This is the Conservatives Are, December 16, 2016. Continuing a theme that I'm going to probably talk about in 2 or 3 videos today is the Russian-United States relationship. And I want to concentrate on Syria. Okay, Syria is a catastrophe that, when you look at it objectively, there is no end. I mean, there is no end. The United States, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, made a decision that they would support the overthrow of Assad when the Arab Spring hit. That was a couple of years ago. And when that happened, when the United States government, the CIA, and everybody else supported rebels that were trying to overthrow Assad, that's when this thing all started. That's when it all started. We sent money and arms to friendly rebels against Assad, who turned over the weapons to a radical group called ISIS, and we had this fragmentation, this war of extreme brutality on both sides. But that's war sometimes. That's war. I'm going to go right to the solution. There's only one solution to this. And every other solution that you talk about is a disaster. One solution, and that is a grand agreement, led by not the United States, but Russia and Assad, with the United States participation fully. Those three entities need to have a grand bargain. And that grand bargain will give most of the country back to Assad and the Russians, with some protections for certain elements of the country in terms of not persecuting them. And these will be hard lines. This is the thing about Donald Trump, why he can do this. Donald Trump will get in an agreement, hard line. And and Putin will agree. Putin will say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to promise. Why is he going to agree? Why is he going to pay attention to these hard lines? Because he knows that Donald Trump will. He doesn't think Donald Trump is weak. He thinks he's strong. So that when there's an agreement, both sides will adhere to the agreement. This is the only way out of this. There is no other way out of it. Now, there is a huge problem even for this. And this is a problem that when you go to Iraq, you have the same problem. And that's the Kurds. Okay? The Kurds are basically allies of the United States. They have expanded their territory greatly in Iraq and in Syria. They've expanded themselves greatly in Syria and Iraq. They're allies of the United States. In the grand bargain, this is the toughest nut to crack. The toughest nut. But we hope that we give special autonomy to Kurdish zones. It's the toughest nut, though. You see why Russia and Assad won't agree to that. But the biggest nut here is not even them. The biggest nut to crack is Turkey. Turkey does not want an independent Kurdish state, but they're going to get one. They already have one in Iraq. They don't want one in Syria. I'm telling you, they do not want one. So this is a very complicated aspect of the grand bargain. But the grand bargain will work if the three sides determining the grand bargain are Russia, Assad, and the United States, and nobody else. Nobody else. We could get a deal to end the fighting, defeat ISIS, and part of this will be a joint effort to defeat ISIS. That's the solution. It's the only solution. Every other solution means we have another 30 years of war. The only possibility is this grand bargain between Russia, Assad, and the United States. And we have a whole bunch of people in the United States attacking, and they have all the reasons to attack Assad. I'm telling you that. They have a lot of reasons to be concerned about Russia. I'll buy some of that. But this is the only solution out of this. And let me tell you one dirty little secret. When Assad had all of Syria, there were no radical ISIS in the country. We didn't have radicalism spreading out of Syria. On the contrary, it's only when Assad was brought down, the central authority of Syria was brought down, that ISIS expanded. This is the only solution. And the vision of Donald Trump and Putin can get it done. It can get it done. But if we start attacking Putin constantly and not accept the fact that they're the biggest risk to the United States there is, and that we need to have a grand negotiations, we need to bring them into our tent. And Donald Trump can do it. Donald Trump maybe will have the guts to impose this grand bargain with Russia and Assad. The only answer. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.